Okay, so I admit I am a little bit spoiled by my rider backrest. I don't know if you guys use one or not, but I barely can take it off the thing because it helps me with comfort on rides. But I got another one today I want to feature and show you and just try it out, see how it works. It's a different mounting bracket and different shape of a backrest, so let's check it out. Want to give a shout out to our friends at Benlari again for sending us this product. They are an Amazon seller and I have bought their products in the past before I had the channel, and I've always been happy with the results and the quality of their product. So they've sent me this rider backrest that we're going to feature today, and I'll install it for you so you can see how it installs, and then we'll check it out, how it looks on the bike, and then we'll see how it is with my wife sitting on the back to see how she likes it, if it's too big, too small, or if it's perfect fit for both of us to ride with together. So we'll get into it. Okay, so I got the box open here, and I would be terrible at these unboxing videos. I know they're pretty cool to watch people unbox stuff. I'd be terrible at them because I always have to cut the box open as soon as I get it, see what I got. Anyway, there's the pad. It's got a zipper on the back, a little pouch there, and it also zippers out the pad if you need to. The main bracket that goes on the fender, looks like it's got a spring and then a polyurethane bushing there. And then the piece for the backrest itself that slides down into that. Just take that out. That top half will connect to the backrest pad itself, and then it looks like it's adjustable there. You can move it up and down how you like. And then this piece will go in here. Looks like that, and slide in like that. So it's when it's connected to the bike. All right, so there's that. And this should mount right up to that OEM, those two bolts on the back of the fender there. So you have these two little brackets here, whichever one fits the bike that you have, so you can anchor it to the bike, other than just you can anchor it to the frame. And those will go up and connect up behind the battery. I believe this will probably be the one that I use, and it'll connect to the end of that. Maybe it's like this. Anyway, you get the picture. I guess that's all the parts. But anyway, I will get to taking the old one off, and then when I'm ready to put this new one on, I'll bring the camera back up and show you how I put it on step by step, so you can see how everything fits as we go. Okay, after looking at the brackets, I set this piece up here on the seat or on the fender. We're just going to go, and I still have that little bracket there. This one here that I use with my OEM bracket, and I think that needs to come off because when I tried to use this with it, it doesn't quite exactly match up with the holes on that bracket. And this bracket right here would match up perfectly with the two holes right behind. So I'm just going to pull this little bracket off and put this bracket on, and then we should be able to make them match up, hopefully. Just like that. So we'll get that, take that apart, and we'll see what's going on. So in order to get that bracket off, we have to take off the ECM bracket here, and just need to slide off a couple cables there. They just slide right off and come off of that. You can see there's a little connector, or a little slide on loop there. And we can peel that little thing off of there. Let's see, looks like this front piece here comes loose. And we're just going to pull this and flip it up out of the way. I'm not disconnecting anything actually, so shouldn't be an issue with that. Okay, I had to close the garage door. If you've ever been down here in Georgia in the spring and summer, then you know that we deal with gnats like crazy, and they bite. People down here call them no-see-ums, I guess. But those little things bite, and I don't like it at all. Probably don't need to pull this little thing off of here, but I'm just going to get it out of the way. Just to be safe, since I've got the battery cover off, I'm going to pull the main fuse. You can see it's right here, this little fuse cover inside your side panel. Just pull that fuse out. That way you don't have any worry of shorting out the battery somehow, which that kind of stuff happens to me. So I'm gonna make sure I don't have that happen this time. I'm just gonna remove these two bolts and nuts to get this little bracket off of here. There we go, got that bracket out. Now we're just gonna make sure that this bracket looks like it's gonna fit down in here. Let's pull this back off. Yeah, that's gonna line up perfectly with those holes. Now I gotta see what size those, because the package didn't come with any bolts to go into those holes. So the package does have bolts, probably for those holes. Let's just find out. Oh, looky there. Okay, so there are some bolts in the package. So you can bolt these things right to the frame here, or to this tray. Okay. So we got the bolts figured out, which ones go in there. Looks like they're gonna take a 1/2 inch socket to tighten this down. So let's get this thing put on. All right, got those cinched down. All right, let's get the main bracket on here. Looks like that's where that's gonna go. There is a screw here with a square, so it looks like you can just put it right in there. As I put that in there, it'll fit down into that square. And we'll put the washer on the bottom. All right, if I can get that started on there, it'll hold itself on. So that gives it the ability to slide back and forth if you need to change this. I'm going to leave it on just a second slot for now, just to see how that works out with the seat and the backrest. Okay, that is I'll put it in my pocket. 13 millimeter. Okay, got that tightened up. I haven't put those on yet. I'm going to use the two that came off the bike because they're just fine. This is a 7/16 for these. All right, so if you ever want to change this, obviously you got to take these off and you got to loosen this. It's going to be a little bit easier, I think, to do this one than the Harley, and maybe not. There was only one bolt on that one too as well, so maybe it won't be maybe about the same. Anyway, I'm interested in this mount to see how that works and how the positioning on the seat is. So I will get the stem put in the backrest and we'll go from there. Okay, for the backrest and stem here, you need to take this bolt out right here, or this screw and nut out right here. And that will release that mount, the little mounting bracket. Or, you don't have to take it off, but you can see in there, there's where you're going to mount this. Can you get a shot of that? And you see that. That's where you're going to mount this to. You go right over it like that, and you're going to just put this screw back through there. And that's going to put it right on that backrest. Okay. So it looks like that. And we'll tighten down that screw. We'll tighten down that screw, and then we should be able to just pull this and move the backrest up and down to adjust it. All right, so you will need to put an Allen wrench on this side. I don't even know what size this is. 3/16 Allen wrench, 3/16 inch. And then just tighten that up. All right, let's go put it on the bike, see how it looks. All right, so it's on. And that's with the stock seat. You can see how that backrest looks. I'm going to leave this on here and ride with it for a while just to see how it works. I will probably have to move the bracket underneath the seat somewhat to get it to where I want it, but my problem is when I use this seat as compared to my Ultra seat, it has a different setting than I need for both seats. So it's going to depend on what seat I got in here. A nice little pocket in the back there if your rider can, you know, fit their phone or whatever down in there. But there it is with the with stock seat, and I like the fact that you don't have to squeeze that piece to get it down in there, and you can see it's just right there, the slot to load it in. Basically just line up, stick it in there. A lot easier getting in and out than that one that I used before. Okay, here's how it looks with the Ultra seat on. A lot lower. Of course, that seat holds you in a different position. And I prefer this seat, so it's going to be, this will probably be the way I ride with it. And I think it looks like that there's got to be plenty of room here for my wife to sit on there with that thing on. Because I want her to be comfortable too. You know, it looks pretty good. I'll just have to ride it and see. And again, this is an Ultra seat that I modified to fit this bike. It came off of a 2015 Ultra Limited. And I have a video on my channel where I show how to do that if you're interested in maybe fixing a seat that you have to fit the newer models. But I definitely like the way this insert's a lot easier than that other one with the squeeze handle or whatever you call it. Let me grab it real quick. With this right here, because that was pretty much a pain doing it with the stock seat, a little tight in there to get that. So I'm glad that that's not on there anymore. I guess it's not the same size, it's a little smaller. So hopefully that'll help save some space so my wife can ride with me. Okay, so I want to move it outside so you can get a better look at how it looks outside. That dark garage doesn't really give much visibility, so I thought I'd bring it out here and show it to you with the passenger backrest on and then my luggage rack, just to give you kind of a full look. Okay, so I forgot to get a picture of us sitting on the bike together to show you how it looked when someone's on the back, but we did take it for a ride and my wife said it was perfectly comfortable. The way it's set right now, I have it all the way down on the back. You know, you can adjust that pad, and it was just touching her legs a little bit. And when I moved it up, it was basically not touching her at all. So it wasn't like it was even in her way at all. So if you can see, that's on the lowest point. And if you pull this section up here, it's got some Velcro on both sides. Not looks like it's going to do a little bit of Velcro on each side. You just pull this pin out and you just slide it up like that. You got several slots there you can choose from to put it in, but I had it down at the bottom, and I think her legs were just touching the sides of it right here on both sides, and that was that. That was all there was. So it didn't bother her at all. And she was quite comfortable with it, and so was I. It actually did a really good job, so pretty happy with this backrest. Again, this backrest was provided by today's video sponsor, Benlari. They're an Amazon seller, and I will put a link down below to their product on Amazon where you can check it out yourself. It's an inexpensive product, it's built really well, and like the other products that I've used from Benlari, I'm very happy with the quality, and I'm sure I'll be happy with the functionality. Now in a previous video, which I'll link below as well, I featured a sissy bar backrest for the passenger on my bike. My wife loves the way that backrest feels. It makes the bike look pretty cool. It's a different style, it's pointed, and it's kind of an aggressive look, but I do like the backrest, and I put that on the bike quite often. And I bought other products from them in the past that I've never had any problem with, never had any issues with quality, always look good, always function fine, and saved myself hundreds of dollars in the process. So you might as well give that a shot too and save yourself some money. Anyway, if you're new here, I appreciate you stopping by. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that like button and give me a comment down below. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys. Y'all be safe, and we'll see you on the next one.